Hi, folks. A wee impromptu live tonight, inspired by a headline I seen on a Channel 4 news segment. And on that Channel 4 news segment, it said bloodbath on Wall Street. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I watched the segment. I haven't put the segment up because although Channel 4 does receive public funding, I don't know whether they have a copyright. But bloodbath on Wall Street, followed by the terms sell-off, sell-off, and other markets. And I thought, sell-off? That's interesting. Who's fucking buying? There's the question. Hi, Ackies. I'm loyal to Scotland only. Hi. Kerry, hi. Now, there's the interesting question. Sell off. Who's fucking buying? And then you say to yourself, who backed Trump? Because they're the people who can afford to buy as he wreaks devastation across the markets, undermines value of companies that we're all invested in through our pensions and things like that. Who's buying? That's why this segment's called Who Wins from Donald Trump's tariffs and his tariff wars as he upends world trade. As all these markets going to decline, and we hear the term sell off, sell off, sell off, sell off, then if there's a sell off, the question you've got to ask yourself is, who is fucking buying? We're seeing a takeover, folks. And we're seeing a takeover by those who can afford to buy. And as Gary's economics has been trying to explain to people, this is how the rich get richer. They fix the game. This game is being fixed by Trump to facilitate certain individuals, including himself, getting wealthier. Because who can afford to buy in this market? It's no you. It's no me. It's the billionaires. And this is how the wealth inequality gap widens. They create a boom and bust, and they buy up all the assets that have been sold off on the cheap. So who wins? Who backed Trump? Let me think now. Elon Musk, richest man on the planet. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, I believe. Zuckerberg. Facebook, WhatsApp. And I think they're on a battle for TikTok. But the question is, when you get a downturn like this, an engineered downturn like this, by Donald Trump, the question's going to be, when you see bloodbath in Wall Street and sell off, sell off, sell off in markets right around the world, well, if it's been sold off, some fucker must be buying. And the question I put is, who wins out of Trump's tariffs? I'll tell you who wins. The buyers. And they're buying on the cheap. We've got three big corporations here covering multiple sectors. Got the heads up that there's a lot of competitors coming on the market cheap. It's fucking genius. But this is how it works. So if we want to know what's going on with Trump creating turmoil in the world markets and the markets plunging and sell off, sell off, sell off, then the question is, who's fucking buying? And the answer is, who backed Trump's? The billionaire class is winning because they can afford to fucking buy. They can claim they're taking a hit, but they're not in the long run because they've just bought up everything that's being sold. And when they decide to loosen up again on the money supply, they'll start selling again. And either way, they're quids in. So when you look at what's happening in world trade right now and the crash of these markets, we are losing companies are going to the wall. Their assets are being bought up in the cheap. The companies are being resurrected if they're good ones, or kept going if they're good ones. And the ones that have decided to be destroyed, decimated, their equipment, their staff and everything scattered to a smaller and smaller amount of owners. As I say, the question in the title of this video is Trump's tariff, who's winning? Trump's tariffs, who's winning? And the answer is definitely, when you look at the sell-offs in the market, who's fucking buying? That's the question the mainstream media is not asking, is who's buying. They're telling us that there's huge sell-offs as things become cheaper and cheaper to those who can afford to buy it. It's a takeover, folks. The new world order should be interesting because it looks like only a handful of people will be in control of it. So what's Trump doing? He's enriching himself and his backers, because when you get right down to it, who's buying in this market? So as you see the word sell-off and market collapses, as all these shares are being sold off, as people divest themselves of investments and previously profit-making organisations, the question is going to be is who's buying? Who's buying? And the answer's quite clear. Who backed Trump? The very people who can buy in the markets that he's created worldwide. Declining markets, things are going the cheap. Who's got the money to buy? It's a takeover, folks. Anyway, that's your Davy Short. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it from start to finish, please do, because there's a few steps in there. But the critical question that the mainstream media is missing here is, in Trump's created depression, and as the markets divest themselves of assets, who's buying those assets? Because that's the reason this depression is being created. Thanks for tuning in for a wee bit. Normally on a Monday night I go into Discord. There's on the Mad Monk server, an after show chat thing. I'll be in there in a minute. Aki's and a few people have been promoting it because I used to like to get into Maximilian's Ropespears Discord, where there was a lot of YouTube creators and we get a chance to talk to each other. But anybody wants to come out after show chat, they're welcome. As I say, that's the critical question which is being missed from our mainstream media. In this economic collapse being created by Trump, a lot of assets are being sold. Sell-offs on the stock market. You'll hear that term a lot over the next few days. Who's buying what's being sold? That's the question. And why aren't the mainstream media making it clear to us who's buying? And who's buying are the people who backed Trump. Bezos especially will be interested as he takes competitors out and buys them up. Anyway, that's a wee Davy Short. See you all later. Or see you in the morning on 10:30. Don't be late, you're on the fucking naughty step. Bye for now.